Hey, welcome to the Peaceful Spaces podcast, bringing calm to your surroundings. I'm your host, Chelsea, and today we're going to talk about how to get your kids involved in keeping up the house and creating peace in their spaces. So, let's start by discussing what age is appropriate for kids to start doing chores. Any age! Yep, it just depends on their age and their development level. For example, a 2-year-old can start by picking up their toys, while a 6-year-old can help with more complicated tasks like sweeping the floor or washing dishes. It's important to start with small tasks and gradually increase the difficulty as your kiddo gets older and more skilled. Why is it important for kids to learn how to do chores? Well, let me tell you. First, it helps them develop a sense of responsibility and independence. They learn that they're a part of a family and have a role to play in maintaining the household. Secondly, doing chores helps develop important life skills such as time management, organization, and problem solving. Of course, every child is different, so the chores that they're going to be capable of and interested in may vary based on them. It's important to take into account safety and responsibility when assigning chores to kids as well, and to provide adequate supervision and support as needed. We take the I do, we do, you do approach with our kids. I learned this back while college days when I was working with kids. So I will do the task, then the next time we'll do it together, and then last they will do the task on their own. Now, we're always there for support and guidance in case they need help. Our kids thrive when they're working alongside us. They're seeing us work together as a team to accomplish our goals, and it's so rewarding to see them become more and more independent. Now, some parents might argue that their kids are too young or too busy with school and other extracurricular activities to do chores. And that's not all parents, but some parents. And I totally can understand that. There are definitely seasons where I will take on the majority of the housework because the kids are doing extracurricular activities. That is definitely understandable. So I would also say too that chores don't have to be time-consuming or difficult. Simple tasks like making their bed or putting away their toys can actually teach them valuable life skills, even just those small, quick little tasks. Additionally, doing chores can be a great way for kids to actually take a break from their schoolwork or other activities. It can provide for them a sense of accomplishment that they may not actually get from their schoolwork or their extracurriculars. For our kids, it's actually a part of their homework to do a daily chore at home, which I think is kind of incredible, on the school's part, that's like a daily task list for my kids. Now, we're going to talk about something. We need to talk about our hearts, as parents. I know a lot of moms listen to this podcast. Maybe there's some dads out there, but we need to talk about our hearts. We cannot live in this pursuit of perfection, and it's just not going to happen. A lot of my hang-ups with getting the kids involved with chores was actually my perfectionism getting in the way. I was absolutely sure that my kids were never going to be able to clean the way that I do, and that's the truth. They're not. I have to let go of my own expectations, striving, perfectionism in order to be able to teach my kids how to do chores, how to do anything, but we're talking about chores. So that's my heart issue. Is it going to take a lot longer if I let them help versus if I just do it myself? Yes. Yes, it will. And I have to have that mindset going into it. But it's an opportunity for me to be on their level and see them achieve something. My pursuit of perfection cannot get in the way of my teaching my kids. I have to say that this is something that I am consistently working on, letting go of the weight of carrying the home chores on my shoulders, but also making them make it perfect, because that's not what they're going to be able to do. So it's good to work together as a team. It's good to feel like we're accomplishing something together. And I have to keep that at the top of my mind every time I release them to do chores. Whew, okay. Heart issue. Check. So, what are my tips for parents who want to start teaching their kids to do chores? Well, first and foremost, it is important to set clear expectations and guidelines for what chores need to be done and how they should be done. So, how you can set your expectations, you can create a chore chart, you can create a checklist, you can have those things spelled out for them. And then we talked earlier about how they should be done. So work alongside your kids, show them how to do the thing, whether that's wiping down the kitchen countertops or wiping down the bathroom sink. You can show them, and then you can do it with them, and then they can do it on their own. So it's important to also give positive feedback and praise when the child does a good job, which can build their confidence and motivate them for next time. If you're looking for a chore chart for preschoolers and elementary age kiddos, head to chelseaumberger.com/freebies to download a before and after school and evening chore chart for your kids. I mentioned this last podcast, but I put mine in a plastic sleeve for my kids so they can use dry erase markers to check them off and then reset them at the end of the day. It's free to download at chelseaumberger.com/freebies. And if you're looking for a chore chart that helps your kids work alongside you to create a peaceful home, then you can head to chelseaumberger.com/shop and download a longer full checklist for $7. And that's it for today's episode of the Peaceful Spaces podcast. I hope that you have been inspired to help your tiny humans learn how to create their own peaceful spaces at home and pitching in. Join me next time for more tips and advice on creating a peaceful home and how to live in harmony with your surroundings.